Come one, come all. My co-host over there is I don't know what face that was. The proficient procrastinator is procrastinating in the brain.
Come on, come on. This co-host is watching us ball.
Oh, you watching the FSU game right now?
Sure enough.
I mean, I saw we was up 40 to 34 at halftime.
We're up 75-61.
Bet. Well, while he keeps tabs on that, because I honestly was going to pull that up too at one point. Welcome to the North Carolina Tar Heels live podcast. I am one of your hosts with the most, the captain of the Hooligan Express on this side of the Mississippi, Tornado McCray, or as some people may know me as my McCray. You know what that is. And that gentleman over there, right there.
What's good? What's happening? How you living? It's your boy, Rice Box 26. We back with another North Carolina Live. And let me tell you something. We are whooping Florida State right now. And I'm never been happier. So
listen, Caleb had 14-9 at halftime.
Oh, listen, he about to break 20 if he hadn't already.
Like he had 4. Now, I saw he had
14-9. I will say, Florida State did come in acting like they about to bring this game back because they were within 4 at one point.
I mean,
actually, tell you the truth, they were within 1 at one point, and then we went on an 18-3 run,
and that's the game. That's the game right there.
Yeah, he got about 50 seconds left.
Yeah, Caleb got 20 right now, 22 points. Dang, 22 and 16. Good God, man.
Listen, this boy ball. This boy, listen, because this is the first game I've actually gotten to see him like legitimately play. This boy a monster.
20.
This boy a monster.
14 and all right, Caleb, go off, my boy. Go off, boy.
And like in between him and Visar, like this is a nasty duo.
Hey, that front court, nice.
It's a nasty duo.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. For the woes that we dealt with in North Carolina football this year, Caleb and them boys are making up for it in North Carolina basketball right now.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I know like what shirt I got on right now. Y'all see it. I know what's going on. But let me tell you something.
He only wear that shirt for football.
This is very true. Very true. I only have this for football.
Like he only wears that.
I do not support Georgia basketball at all. But like, let me tell you. Visar gives me a little bit like of Jokic vibes, a little bit, minus the 3-point ability.
So he can dish it, he can dime it.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like Luke May and Tyler Hansbrough, if you're being honest.
I mean, could definitely do that because today Caleb Wilson just broke Philip Ford's record of the most consecutive 20-point games with 6 straight 20-point games.
Shout out Caleb. Boy, I'm so glad you came to play for the
freshman. It's a freshman.
Hey, he was one of the top freshman recruits coming in, boy. Like,
I mean,
I remember when they said he was coming, and I heard a lot about him. But the way he been balling, I'm like, oh yeah, he nice. Here's the sad part.
It's even more impressive to me because I ain't hear nothing about nobody doing nothing.
Oh, bro. Here's the sad part. The only sad part is, and I'm gonna try not to think about it until it gets closer to that time. The potential for him just to go ahead and go to the league after this season. Like I miss the days when like you knew dudes was staying for like at least 2 to 3 years. At least 3, bro. Like I miss them days. I low-key miss them days where you had a good amount of the squad staying for at least 3 years.
Right.
I'm not mad.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. I'm not mad at any of the young men who do one and done. Go do your thing. Like poverty's a crazy thing, and I get it. Your financial situation, your family, whatever you got going on, that might be the best situation for you. But I think for the sport of college basketball, when you have those squads that have been together for 2 or 3 years, especially rivalry games, you've been playing the same dudes for 3 years straight, like just talking cash.
Oh, it's all pride at that point.
Oh my God, bro, games get physical. And it's just straight, just cash talk, bro. I loved it. I loved the animosity to it. It's just amazing to see. But I get why a lot of one and dones do what they do now. And I'm not too mad about it, but I feel as though it's taken a little bit from the rivalry aspect because you have
It really
always
has.
have
Because
a
like
new
you don't see the same people no more.
you don't, and you always have a new squad of freshmen and sophomore freshmen coming in. Oh, I only got to play Duke. What? 4 times in a year? One time in Cameron Indoor, one time in at at North Carolina. Flipping. Then you got to see them in the ACC tournament if you see them.
And then you kind of look at it like, what are you really getting out of that though?
And it's like oh, bro, this is an intense rivalry, bro. It's not really that intense because you're not playing them 3 times in your career. You're not trying to see that dude and see. You're not figured out his tendencies and be like, oh yeah, I know what he does. Hey, this is the 3rd year I'm playing him. I know he always goes left. His hezzy tween.
Like,
he gonna pull from the mid.
You can't call it a rivalry because you don't you're not playing the guy over and over again. You're not forcing him to actually beat you. You're just
because think about it. High school rivalry. I guarantee you right now at the top of your head, whether it was football, basketball, track, whatever, you remember a few of the opponents you played all 4 years when you were in high school. You at least remember, you remember the dudes that you kept seeing, seeing every year. And by your junior year, oh no, it was straight pride. It was straight pride, bro. Like I'm not losing to you. I don't care if I lose another game. I'm not losing to you.
Period. Because you want to see them. You want to continue to beat these guys week in and week out. And for some reason, like now, you got guys that don't want to do that.
It's lost in the sauce, man. It's lost in the sauce. However, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of what we got on today's docket. Got a whole lot on the docket today. And also, I got something fun set up for you at the end of this.
Oh Lord.
Got something fun set up and wrapped up when we get to the end of this.
Oh Lord.
You're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. I promise. I think you will. I think you will.
Okay. We'll see what happens. We'll see what goes down.
But what you hearing in the streets, man? I heard something about some more quarterback targets. I don't know. You tell me what the streets been saying. What's on the ears to the ground. You my Ollie Street reporter right now. Tell me what's up.
Yeah, so you already know what's going on. So transfer portal's open. People are wondering what's going on. You've had Max Johnson transferring out, Bryce Baker's transferring out. Everybody's wondering, okay, is Gio really going to be that guy? Is Travis Burgess going to be the guy coming in? We don't know. So, Sports Illustrated decided, let's talk about it for a minute. We got a couple of potentials. Potential views on who we might target in the transfer portal. So, last week we had 3 guys that one from Michigan, one from Michigan State, and we had old buddy from East Carolina.
Yeah.
Who I think is the best target. But we got a couple of new guys. First guy we got coming up is Bo Pribula. I think I said that right. Pribula, something like that. But
Pribula Oblongata, Lakers in 5.
Pribula Oblongata.
Pribula.
So quarterback out of Missouri. Big issue with him is he's had some injury problems this season. So he only played in 10 games. But
over how many years?
Illustrated, he only has 1 year left of eligibility. So he's
played 10 games over 4 years?
No. He's only played 10 games in 2025.
Okay.
Yeah, he had some injury issues in 2025.
I thought you were about to say he played 10 games over 4 years. I was about to say, no.
No.
Get him out.
Originally he committed to Penn State originally. And was backing up Drew Aller. And then 2 seasons left. He transferred out, went to Missouri, had some injuries that kind of limited his playing, but he did put up some pretty decent numbers this season in 10 games. Am I going to say they're the greatest numbers? No. But then again, Missouri can be an up and down team anytime you see them.
So I ain't gonna lie.
In the 10 games,
I just thought of Missouri. randomly off the top of my head, yo, you remember Kelly Bryant?
We do remember Kelly Bryant.
And how he transferred
Kelly Bryant?
and how he transferred to Missouri and just was never heard from again.
Do we speak fondly of Kelly Bryant? No.
Absolutely not.
Because the time we do remember of old Kelly.
But what Medulla put up? What Medulla I'm gotta put up?
So he put up 1,941 yards, 11 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. So numbers aren't super great.
My brain had a flaw just now. Because when you said 1,941 yards, I put an extra 2 zeros. I said 19,000 yards. And he didn't do good. I was about to say 19,000 yards in one season, and you say he ain't do good.
First of all, if you put up 19,000 yards in a season, whoever you play just need to go ahead and dismantle everything. Every team you played on your schedule, just dismantle the program.
Hey,
at this point,
it would have been
everything and nobody's.
It would have been 19,000 yards in 10 games. That man is averaging 1,900 yards per game.
But somehow you beat a team 28-27.
That man throw for almost 2,000 yards a game, but y'all can't put up for more than 42 points. Hey, wait, make that make sense.
So yeah,
I don't even think you can do that in college football, new or old version.
So threw at a 67.4% clip, 1,941 yards, 11 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Ooh. Also put up 297 yards on the ground with another 6 touchdowns on the ground. So, like passing wise, wasn't super impressive. Wasn't like he's gonna just defeat you through the air, but the reason why their running back had almost 1,700 yards rushing this season. Huh. So, like, when you had a run game like that, you don't particularly need to throw it because their leading receiver only had 732 yards.
I'll say he only averaging 194 per game. And if we being honest, that ain't no different than what Gio was doing this past year.
Exactly. We just got Gio, just with a different name.
But we got Bo. We got rid of Gio and just said, give me Bo.
We got Bo. The other option they're talking about is Kenny Minchie out of Notre Dame, sophomore. And Kenny ain't got a whole lot to put up. He ain't got nothing to talk about, to be honest with you. In 3 seasons, has not started a single game in 3 seasons.
I'm sorry.
And to be honest, for what's his completion percentage for?
I think he's talking about for Bo.
67.4%. So he completed 67% of his passes.
That's still good though. If he
it's pretty average.
If he had to throw, he can do it.
Yeah, if he had to throw, he completed 182 out of 270 attempts.
Would I like him to be in the 70 range, just considering how bad? Yeah. So Primula had over 67%, if I remember, if I looked at him right. Let me say. Would I like him to be a 70% guy? Yes. Honestly.
Yeah, 67.4%. Now last year he was at 74.3, but he only threw like 35 times. So he wasn't really the starter.
He got the bowl game. He got the bowl game in the last game of the regular season. If they made a bowl game.
And then with Minchie, like I said, Minchie ain't got a whole lot to speak on at all. Like I said, the kid's only thrown 26 times for 196 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Like he's basically been a perennial backup since he's got to Notre Dame. But that's also being behind Riley Leonard and whoever that quarterback they got now is.
That's bad. You're like, whoever that quarterback they got now, you don't even know.
Whoever the quarterback is they got now is. I don't know.
You don't even know.
I don't. I will 100% tell you. I do.
I know you hate Notre Dame like that. I
think it's CJ Carr.
Like I understand you have disdain.
Yeah. So he was behind Riley Leonard for 2 seasons, and he's behind CJ Carr now. CJ Carr's thrown for almost 2,800 yards. So I mean, The only downside is
here's the bad part. CJ Carr is a freshman, dog.
I said the downside is you lost your spot to the freshman.
Like CJ Carr, a freshman. Wait,
but we're not gonna sit here and act like he ain't balling out. Kids get through 27, 41, 24, and 6.
You said Minchie's career percentage? Oh wait, that was Bo's career percentage. You said never mind.
Bo's 2025 percentage was 67.4%.
Yeah, I was looking at Minchie's just
now. Minchie is up 76%, and he said he went 20 for 26 in the limited amount of time he's gotten. So he has thrown well when he's been tasked to throw.
It's just a simple fact that you lost your job to the freshman.
It's like, yeah, you just haven't performed well enough to start. And looking at it, the chances of you losing to another freshman are about even if you come to North Carolina. So
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be that guy. You come to North Carolina, and you're essentially a junior going into your senior. You'll be a junior.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 years eligibility left.
And you lose to Burgess. Yeah, dog. You might want to just go ahead and knock that down. You might want to go to a smaller school. Go to a smaller school.
At that point, to his defense, Travis was ranked like top 10 quarterback recruits in the nation.
At that point, sir, to his caveat, you have 2 years of college experience. You can't lose to 2 freshmen, dog.
I mean, you have 2 years of college experience to where you, up until this point, you have thrown 3 passes.
He is 20 of 26, sir.
This year, until this year, he had only thrown 3 passes.
And guess what? That is 29 more passes than Travis Burgess has at the college level. He should be able to take over. He shouldn't be that far in the depth chart.
I mean, he's only second in the depth chart.
And here's the thing.
He's been back up.
He shouldn't be behind Burgess, especially considering we don't know what Burgess is going to be from that ACL. So if you lose to Burgess and that man's coming back from an ACL and you're behind Gio and whoever else comes in, I don't know, bro.
I don't know, man. I feel like we need to give him a chance.
You want to give the quarterback from Notre Dame a chance. The man who hates Notre Dame so much. You want to give no. You want to give the quarterback
from Notre Dame as an organization. The players are fine.
You want to give
my ire is not against the players personally. It is against them as an organization.
Is it brand recognition?
Brand recognition, brand hatred, brand degradation, all of it. The brand, in my opinion, in my opinion, can just crumble and fall. The players, I hope they succeed. You put in the work to look good. You did what you were supposed to do. The brand is what's failing you to me.
The brand's what's failing you. Notre Dame has failed him. Is that what it is?
It is not your fault that Notre Dame has failed you as a brand.
Why you sound like Emperor Palpatine right now? It is not your fault the Jedi failed you.
I mean, was it his fault that the Jedi failed him? If we being real about it?
I mean, as much as you have gotten on me about defending Anakin over the years, and you get on me about telling me how that man was an emotionally challenged teenager who needed to learn how to control his emotions, you put a lot of blame on him when it comes down to it.
Yeah, once the younglings got involved, you all that got wiped away. You got all that teenage angst, all that got wiped clean off the map. He said they think they're still relevant. It's not the 90s. You telling me too.
Hey, here's the bad part. Were they relevant in the 90s? I always think of like the 80s and the 70s.
They were quite relevant in the 90s. They weren't as relevant because Florida State.
I think in Nebraska,
Florida State, and Miami were those teams going through the 90s and early 2000s.
Because every time I think of Notre Dame, I think of like the 70s. Old, like real old.
I'm about to say, anytime I think of Notre Dame, I think of Rudy.
He got in the game and made a tackle.
a tackle at the end of a game that was already won. Now,
can we talk about how bad that is?
Now, here's the thing. Not against, like nothing against Rudy. Nothing against Rudy himself, because that man worked his tail off to help that team improve. That itty bitty man did everything he could, and you're not going to sit here and keep him off the field for this long, knowing he deserves it more than anybody else.
I respect Rudy.
I respect all of that. But let's talk about how they lifted you up in the air in a game that was already won.
Because you made
it was the last 5 seconds of this game.
Oh man.
In my opinion, the coach should have been fired that
day. Nah. So here's the thing. The first time I ever watched Rudy, right? I was a kid. I thought he made the game-winning tackle. Like I thought he I thought he made like the game-winning tackle. Like, hey, yo,
all my life, hearing about Rudy, I'm thinking this man makes the game-winning tackle.
Right. No, and we lift him up like because he made the game-winning tackle. We needed a sub. He comes in, boom, does what he thing. I'm like, bet Rudy, you that guy. I get older. I realize the context.
For anybody else, that tackle would have been irrelevant to anybody else. It would have been just another stat
for anybody else. You know what that would have been for anybody else? That would have been a Skip Bayless shot at your set, because you remember when Skip Bayless was talking junk about Jalen Rose and them on like First Take or Undisputed, and they immediately came back and said, "Didn't you average only 1 point in high school?" That's what that tackle would have been.
That's exactly what it would have been. It would have been like, I remember that time I made that tackle, and they lifted me up on their shoulders. Wasn't that the only tackle in your career, though?
Hey, not even that. It's like I played at a high level. I understand what it means. You made one tackle at the end of a cupcake game.
So you had one tackle at the end of a blowout.
At the end of a pay-to-play.
He said, "Man, I know, but they didn't lift, but they weren't lifting you on their shoulders. They were lifting me up there.
It's my turn."
If it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have those blowout games that they had. If it wasn't for me in practice every day, beat up.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm
gonna say this, man. I'm so glad Rudy.
That's a LeVar.
Was a LeVar Ball, bro. That is a LeVar Ball take, if ever. I'm so glad Rudy was not LeVar Ball, because Jesus Christ, they would have drugged that man. They would have drugged that man through the depths. The Titanic couldn't have found that man, bro.
But now, like in all seriousness, shout out to Rudy. Like, good for you, bro. Like, I'm happy for you because you've done. Listen,
as a walk on myself,
you have more college stats than I got.
As a walk on myself,
absolutely done.
I'm with Rudy.
And I had 4 years. I had 4 years of eligibility. Ain't used not now one of them. So you do. Ain't good for you, bro. Good for you, bro. My dream was crushed immediately. Like you went and didn't let it happen. I appreciate you for that.
That man got the one practice, saw how coach was being a dick, saw the workouts. It's like
not even that. I didn't even make it past tryouts.
Oh, bro.
My legs gave out in tryouts, and that was game over.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I walked on, bro, my whole thing was keep playing till I get cut. And when I tell you, I swore up and down, I'll never forget the day I thought I was about to get cut on Valentine's Day.
If you listen,
bro, no, because Dad, we in spring, cuts are starting to be made. We a month in, cuts are being made. I'm like, damn. And I saw a lot of cuts being made Valentine's week. I said, bro, if I get cut on Valentine's Day, because my homeboy got cut like the day before from the running backs. So I was like, oh, are they going through positions each day? And we hadn't made any cuts at receiver yet. I looked, I said, Lord, please don't let me get cut on Valentine's Day. And I'm single. This is going to be a bad Valentine's Day for me if this, bro, I was about to be so alone in my closet. Like I was about to go home and not want to talk to nobody.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna front, Joel. Here's the bad part. Not even gonna lie to you. Had you known me then, and I got cut on Valentine's Day, You might have heard Marvin's Room playing in my apartment that day.
Cups of the rose.
And I know you would have been like, hey, no, cut that off. Open the door.
I'd have took your phone. I took your phone. The laptop would have been gone. Xbox, everything disconnected. Anything that could have connected to a music service, gone. Gone. Because what we not doing is listening to this type of depression. We're not doing it.
Oh my goodness. But
we're not listening to mixed signals. We're not doing this.
Oh man. Oh, sad. Hey, but did you go to an HBCU though?
I did go to an HBCU.
I think
you know, we always enjoy. What we always enjoy is HBCUs continuing to strive, survive, and upgrade themselves as they go through their processes, and try to get more notoriety in the mainstream era.
Oh man!
And it's even better when you got alumni from North Carolina helping set that up.
Give him a good Zoidberg for that. Always give him a good Zoidberg.
In very good recent news, Chicago State, which isn't exactly an HBCU, but it is a predominantly Black institution.
So it's an HBCU without being an HBCU.
So it's an HBCU without the actual tag. But what it is getting is a lot of HBCU and UNC assistants as it begins its new football program, because it has now been added to the Division I FCS football programs.
Oh, they jumped all the way to FCS?
It is a new Division I FCS program. Indeed.
They jumping all the way to FCS already?
Immediately. Jumping in the deep end.
Okay. I respect it.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. Because like South Carolina State is a Division I FCS school.
So is Charleston Southern.
Jackson State. Charleston Southern, Jackson State, all that.
That's what I said.
Because it can be in one of those it could be one of the smaller-ish divisions.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what division it's going to be in.
I'm just saying, because it sounded like they didn't have a program. So I thought they would have went like D first, maybe D3 or NAIA. But the fact that they go straight to FCS, I'm like, hey, I respect it.
D1. Hey, in good form too, because what they got right now, former UNC running back will be the head coach, Bobby Rome.
Hey, shout out Bobby.
So he's former UNC running back and HBCU coach at Norfolk State. His first hires.
Was he assistant for Vic at Norfolk State?
Vic is not at Norfolk.
You sure?
Actually, no, I think he was there before Vic was at Norfolk.
Oh.
No, Vic is at Norfolk. Now that I talk about it.
Yeah.
I had to remember. I got a mix with A&T.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the teams mixed up for a second. But yeah, so he was at Norfolk when Ronald Curry. Not Ronald Curry. Who was that? Hold on, I just saw that jank too. He was under Dawson Odoms.
Okay.
So he was there. So yeah, he was there before Vic was. So like when Odoms moved over to Hampton in 2003, Blizzard is one of his hires. So Bobby Blizzard is OC.
Yeah.
Along with former teammate Kentwan Balmer, who was a former UNC defensive tackle, will be an assistant head coach and defensive lineman coach.
Okay. Got you. Whew.
And they said the HBCU hires that they will have is going to be former Fayetteville State receiver coach James Hudgens III will be hired on as a recruiting coordinator and quarterbacks coach, while former Hampton assistant LaMarcus Gibson is named as defensive coordinator. So, and Rome started his HBCU career at Virginia University. And then had a short stint at Central State and a successful one at Florida Memorial.
Gotcha. Okay, there it is.
And then you have Balmer.
So same state, just different places.
Yeah. So you have Balmer, who we all saw play for San Francisco back in 2008. and then coached at Samford. He's coached at several HBCU programs as well as Samford before joining Hampton in 2021.
Word.
And Bobby Blizzard coached
Word.
with Odoms. Yeah, Bobby Blizzard coached with Dawson Odoms at Norfolk State and coached wide receivers at Hampton in 2023. Also bounced around the NFL for practice squads, played the NFL Europa back in the 2000s.
Man,
remember those
listen,
those Euro
hey, man, real ones know if you played Madden with the Europa teams and you could beat people with them teams, hey, you was real. You was real on the stick.
You was real to beat anybody.
You could beat anybody. Like, wait, if you could beat anybody else or the computer with a Europa team, oh, bro.
So yeah, so big shout out to the UNC alums. Big shout out to former HBCU coaches. I hope Chicago State has a good first season. I hope we see them have a very good first season starting.
Shock the world.
Like, they don't have to win. I'm about to say, and if they do, if they don't, cool. If you still have a winning record, great. Hey, love it for you.
I'm gonna say it. Shock the world. Put all the expectations up there. Take out North Dakota State first week. Don't let me schedule it.
I want a minimum of like above 5. I want to see the best thing I would love is above 500.
Don't let me get y'all schedule. Don't hire me to make the schedule.
Don't hire him to make y'all schedule.
Hey,
don't hire him to make y'all schedule. Y'all gonna end up having players quit after the first season. We
going on the road, fellas. We taking out everybody. We making a name for ourselves. We got to prove to the world who we are.
Well, you know who proved to the world who he was? Marcus Allen has been nominated to the Shrine Bowl. He's been invited to the Shrine Bowl, to which he did accept. So he'll be playing in the East-West Shrine Bowl this season.
I've been forgetting about the Shrine Bowl sometimes. I wish they showed it a lot more.
I wish they like advertised and talked about it a little bit more, because like I think it's on like ESPN 3 or whatever, because you don't even know when the game goes on.
You don't know when it is. The bad part is the Shrine Bowl gets less praise than any regular bowl game around here. I know more about the Pop Top Bowl than I do the Shrine Bowl. I know when the Gasparilla Bowl was going. I didn't even know when the Shrine Bowl was going down.
Well, because you remember, like the Shrine Bowl is more like the Pro Bowl of college.
All-Star. I know it's like the All-Stars and like the Pro Bowl of college, where like all the seniors and juniors kind of get their last little reps in and this, that, and the third. And yeah, you're gonna have the standout freshmen there too if they decide to go. Usually the standout freshmen are on like CFP teams still playing. But it's just one of those things where I wish the Shrine Bowl got a lot more love, especially considering how many, including us, how many content creators, analysts, reporters, and what's the word? Sports personality. There it is. TV personalities lead up into the draft and talk about these players. And I feel like the Shrine Bowl would be a great place for them to start and be like, oh, hey, if this is your first time running into said player, oh, I saw him. I started watching him at the Shrine Bowl. Then I started going back and watching this film leading up into the draft. It gives you a lot of content and a lot of stuff to do.
And I think that's part of the reason why they don't advertise it as much, is because it's like, hey, this is exclusively one of those things that should be common knowledge for recruiters, NFL GMs, and just agents and stuff. So like, it's like, we're not trying to get a whole bunch of play safety in high school. I think he would have been better at USC if he stayed there. I don't disagree, because if you would have told me after week 3 this season that he'd have been invited to the Shrine Bowl, I would have looked at you and laughed.
To be honest, it's one of those things where you could see it the way he plays. And imagine if him at safety and Thaddeus Dixon playing a corner on the same side of the field. I'd have been comfortable. Like, if you're telling him, like, oh, hey, you over the top, Thad's underneath, hey, y'all got to figure it out. Like, whether you want to do cover 2, like, I'd been comfortable. I'd been cool with it.
Okay, and also to add to that information, Thaddeus Dixon will be playing in the Panini Senior Bowl in Alabama.
Okay, so yeah, Shrine Bowl is basically the All-Star game, and the Senior Bowl is just the senior game. Okay.
Yep. And that game for all those out there that need to know, that game is the East-West Bowl, the Shrine Bowl is Tuesday, January 27th. If you want to mark your calendars.
That's why that bowl don't get no love like that. You put that joint, that is worse than how that is Pro Bowl. That is worse than how the Pro Bowl used to be, because at least the Pro Bowl was like the very next week. That's 3 weeks after.
It's legit like a Pro Bowl All-Star game setup.
That's 3 weeks, bro. People ain't thinking about college football by then, and it's on a Tuesday. What are we? I love McConan. Like we going up on a Tuesday.
Like I told you, I'm 100% sure the reason why they don't advertise it like that is because it's not really for the public. Outside of people who know the players.
Y'all can show me anything else. The Gasparilla Bowl ain't for the public, but I know about it.
I mean, the Gasparilla Bowl is for the public.
It's not. It's not.
It is though.
It's not. I want to know about this. I want to know about the All-Stars. I want to see that game.
Okay, then watch it on Tuesday, January 27th.
No, how about y'all show it at a reasonable time? Show it.
It is at a reasonable time on Tuesday, January 27th.
No, how about you do this? I would say this. The week of the national championship, because we all know the national championship's played on Monday, right? We all know it's played on Monday nights now. Play this East-West Shrine Bowl the Saturday after that.
Ain't nobody trying to see that, Otis.
Why?
Ain't nobody trying to see that. We're in the middle of that. By that time, we're in the middle of football. We're in the middle of NFL playoffs. We're not worried about.
We're in the middle of NFL playoffs on the 27th of January.
Exactly. That's why it's on a Tuesday.
No, put it on a Saturday.
Because Saturday and Sunday is for football. Is for NFL football at that point.
No,
that's when the playoff games are being played. Or Saturday and Sunday.
No.
That's why they're not playing it at the same time.
No, this is for the teams that didn't make the playoffs. This is for the NFL teams that didn't make the playoffs and the college teams that didn't make the playoffs, aka North Carolina this year. Yeah, you thought I was about to go. When did the Tar Heels make the playoffs this year? When did we make the college football playoff this year?
That's not what this is for. That's not what this is.
That's exactly what.
It's after all the stuff. It's after all the stuff is done.
Exactly.
Even then,
it gives you one more thing of football to look forward to.
Because even then, even the guys who made the college football playoff are still going to be in the Shrine Bowl and the Senior Bowl.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. Happens every year.
No, they're not.
You know how I know? I've seen the Shrine Bowl.
How have you seen
the Shrine Bowl
off on a Tuesday? Have you just on a random Tuesday just to watch the Shrine Bowl? And what?
Because the game is like 6. The game is like 6 in the afternoon.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not.
It's at regular time that you would go watch.
No, it's not.
It is like 6, 7 in the afternoon.
Who is watching a football game on a Tuesday at 6 in the afternoon? You're
Clearly
weird.
Me. I just told you I watched.
Weird.
You act like I'm not. Act like I don't watch. Listen, you act like I don't watch NBA until the playoffs start. You act like I have no other sport that I feel like watching until the playoff and the NBA start, or the playoff, or the NFL playoff games come out.
I know for a fact you don't watch NBA until the playoffs start.
Exactly. So between that and the NFL playoff games, this is what I got to watch.
No, you just game.
Bowl on a Tuesday afternoon.
No, you don't. You just game, bro.
I do. And guess what's in the background playing?
Like me.
Guess what's in the background playing? The East-West Shrine Bowl on Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, so it's in the bathroom. So you're not even watching it. You're not even watching it.
No, I don't know who's coaching this thing. I don't care what plays they're running. If there's a player in there I feel like watching, that's what I go to do. I watch that.
There isn't. I guarantee you don't even know the roster half the time. You're just like, oh
no.
Hello.
I just know who got invited if I'm interested in the player that got invited.
How you don't know the roster, but you know who got invited?
Because I get updates on ESPN just like you do.
No, you don't. You a liar.
If somebody on Georgia's roster got invited to the Shrine Bowl and I saw that update saying they did, I'm gonna go check it out.
You
are you not? If it pops up for Clemson, are you not?
Are you a liar?
Are you not gonna be like, okay, cool, Shrine Bowl? Tell me you not.
First of all, ain't nobody ever shown the Shrine Bowl.
Ain't
nobody ever shown the Shrine. Hey, ESPN don't show the Shrine Bowl. That's what you told me.
That's not what I told you.
That's exactly what you just told me. It's not for the public. You said it's not for the public, remember?
But I told you I'll be watching it on TV.
I'm the public. How are you? Oh, you got ties like that, huh?
No, I got Dish Network.
Oh my God.
Sit here arguing with you. We don't have like 5 viewers because you. We already sit here arguing with you.
I don't care. No. Listen, say what you want. That was entertainment. That is what they want. That's one of the things they want, bro. I guarantee you, if we can make this into a short, that'll be one of the funniest short. That whole spiel will be one of the funniest shorts we ever have. One of the most liked shorts we ever gonna have. That's a clip.
They said Allen has seen his stock drop over the last few years with mental lapses taking the place of his physical talent.
I mean, did they lie?
No, because they're saying because he'll be looking to improve his draft stock with hopes of being drafted on day 3. So he already knows he's not going to be at like a day two draft pick.
Here's the bad part.
I could have told you he wasn't going to be a day 2 draft
pick. I'm gonna say this. I firmly believe this. I believe sometimes how your team performs overall in the season can affect you end up going.
It 100% can hurt you for sure. Oh yeah,
like you could be balling out and doing your own thing, but because your team is 3-12, your draft stock automatically just drops.
But yeah, no, like I don't disagree that because I'm pretty sure every team looks at that like as if your team performs bad, and it doesn't help that if you also have generally bad performances throughout the season too, that it just tanks your draft stock.
It does. And you know who else needs to be tanked? Apparently,
this relationship
Jordan. I'm about to say this relationship with Jordan Hudson, because good God Almighty, I was surprised when you put this on the docket. I thought we were done with her.
I didn't think I was going to see this either, but I was like, you know what? It's here. Let me put it on here.
All right. So what's going on down here in the land of Bill and Jordan? I really wish I didn't have to know.
So apparently, they say even a North Carolina professor is perturbed by the situation with Belichick's longtime girlfriend. Perturbed.
Woo. Did they say
so? It says Belichick 73 is continuing to date 24-year-old Jordan Hudson. The 6-time Super Bowl winning head coach met Hudson on a flight when she was reportedly 19.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't care. The two exchanged.
Yeah, they met on a flight, exchanged phone numbers, and then I guess started dating like a year or two later.
Yeah, after him and his girlfriend Linda Holiday broke up. So
mind you, he had been dating. Mind you, he had been dating Linda Holiday since the 16-0 season.
Yeah, it's been a minute. And he said when he accepted the Tar Heels job, she's been making headlines ever since, but not all the headlines are good ones. In fact, most of them are unflattering.
We know.
Hudson was calling. Said UNC professor calls out Hudson, a longtime UNC professor is demanding that the school end the circus with Belichick's girlfriend.
Oh God.
Christopher B. McLaughlin, who teaches law and government at Chapel Hill, reaches out to the UNC AC Bubba Cunningham. The subject line of his email read, "Please end this circus. When you agreed to pay a king's ransom to hire Belichick, did you also know that you were hiring Jordan Hudson to serve as the primary face of UNC athletics? Many in the UNC community are fed up with the situation, but for now, the Tar Heels are standing by Belichick and his girlfriend."
So as much as you and I have both like kind of had our fill of Jordan Hudson and this whole relationship and it just being a topic of conversation in general, I'm not going to sit there and say she's the face of UNC athletics by any capacity. Now, has she made headlines and is now tied to UNC athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I cannot deny that. That is 100%. She is definitely is now tied to UNC athletics until that relationship ends or until Bill leaves. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But to say she is the face of it, not going to say that because at the end of the day, UNC is still UNC. People think North Carolina. People think Jordan. I don't care what you say. They think Michael Jordan, not Jordan Hudson.
That's what that's what they should think of.
That's what
they don't, but that's what they should think of.
People think Caleb Wilson right now. Ain't nobody thinking of Jordan Hudson like that. Only people think. Here's the thing: the people who think about Jordan Hudson are the same ones who watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians and Real Housewives of Atlanta and all that BS.
Like my problem is, my thing is sometimes I believe that she knows that nobody's really trying to think of her, and then the next thing we see is some ridiculous article with her name in it.
Oh, so you think she's trying to make a name for herself? Like, oh, you're gonna remember me. You're gonna notice me.
Oh, I've been thinking that. Because why would you? Unless you knew, and I'm not sure if I said something about this earlier during the spring. I'm pretty sure I did. Unless you knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that you were attracted to 74-year-old men, the only other reason that you would hitch yourself to this burning trailer, to at this point a dumpster fire in waiting, would be to jumpstart your career in the public eye. Because the only thing that you have on your resume that is worth talking about is that you won a beauty pageant.
And remember, she got some real estate in her name now.
Because he bought it for her.
I get what you're saying.
But like,
you two said
she's looking for attention.
She looked for attention.
Because like the only thing that makes me believe that you continue to do what you do, and the fact that he keeps eating it up like the sugar daddy that he clearly is because you want to be famous. You want a big, rich, you want a lavish career, and that includes the public. Because remember, you now have a media company that you push through his name, by the way, with Belichick Media or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
You have pushed for trademarking laws, for trademark applications on his phrases. You have interrupted interviews instead of doing what you should have done in the first place and actually screening the questions you were supposed to have so you can be prepared for them, because they give you the questions ahead of time. It's not like you just didn't know. Then you're out here. Then you're out here squabbling with family members. It has gotten to the point now where it is not only affecting the community, it is affecting the institution itself.
I got papers to prove I'm not infected.
It is, and just like this professor said, it has become a circus. It has become a literal circus, and all of us are getting sick of the clown show. We are all getting sick and tired of the clown show.
Where's the trapeze act? Where's the elephants? Where's the other part of the circus?
If I wanted to see a poorly done clown show, I would watch it.
Did you say you would watch it?
I would watch it.
That is, boy, That fan base coming for you. That fan base.
Because at least,
especially them new Welcome to Dairy fans. Oh, they coming for you.
I don't care.
I mean, it wasn't a bad show.
Because at least the horror I would have experienced was planned.
Damn.
At least the horror I would have experienced was the point of the show.
That man said, I came in here wanting to be scared. I came in here wanting to be frightened. I came in here wanting to see a spectacle of just menagerie and just horrible.
Exactly. At least with it, that's what I wanted to see. This here is just nonsense.
Back to this family.
Like I said, yeah, like you got your daughter-in-law ready to just be disowned for telling the truth.
Hey, daughter-in-law was ready to squabble up.
Like,
daughter-in-law was ready to
get it. Come on, y'all got to get it together, bro.
I'll never understand it, and I listen. Your relationship is your relationship. If that's what you want to do, I mean, by all means. However, I think you and I both agree to the sentiment. You can't sit there and have that huge of an age gap in your relationship and then be mad when people question it or people looking at you kind of funny. You cannot sit there and think the average person is not going to question a relationship between somebody who legitimately can be your grandfather. And that's not even hyperbole. That's not me being just eccentric. This man is 73. You are what, 24? That is legitimately your grandfather. Like I'm afraid to ask and go find out what Jordan's grandfather's actual age is, because if I swear if it is 73 or even lower, bro.
It's about to say her grandfather is probably younger than Bill Belichick is.
And that's what's, and again, that's what is going to be looked weird upon in the eye. And kind of like y'all said, you and you too, she's looking for attention because you just, she couldn't have got that same attention had she been the one that was with Sharon Moore. Had she been with Sharon Moore instead of Bill Belichick, she wouldn't have got that same attention.
We wouldn't be even talking about this anymore.
Because it's the thing with the whole Sharon. Here's the thing with the whole Sharon Moore situation. We all just kind of like,
you stupid.
You stupid. We looked at old girl, baby. You could have done better. Then just moved on. I don't even know Shorty name. We just know what the face looked like. Jordan, we know you, and you make an effort for us to know you.
You make an
effort for us to know you. We try to forget. We be trying to forget you exist.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. But here you are.
And here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part. And I never thought I'd do this in my life. At least with Taylor Swift this past season, the way the NFL was trying to push her, she was out of the limelight a lot of this season as compared to last year. Every 2 seconds last year was a Taylor Swift just clipping, just pointing at Taylor Swift on the scene. This past year, Taylor even made a concentrated effort not to be seen at the Kansas City Chiefs games. I will give Taylor Swift credit on that. She made it an effort to be like, yeah, nah, this everybody too distracted watching what I'm doing, blase, whoop-de-woo. I'm just going to be cool. If y'all can cut to me, all right, do it. But we ain't going to do it as much as we did last year. You know what I mean? I never thought I'd give Taylor Swift a compliment on public video. But here we are. Because I give credit where credit is due. But I can't give credit to Arkansas, bro.
Like it's a terrible show. It just is. It's a crapshoot.
It is.
And boy, I'm gonna say this. So the next thing we talk about with the Petrino and Arkansas situation,
So
right?
what's this going on?
So here's the thing. So it's not so the way so the title is a little misleading. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that.
Petrino
But there was no better way.
I don't like the way they put that.
So actually, the title itself is NIL agents laid out in no uncertain terms the handcuffs shackling Petrino to UNC. The title isn't good. It's not a good title.
That's
what it should have said is the same issues that brought Petrino to Arkansas is going to be the same thing that's bringing him to UNC.
Hold on, why is he? I think I did that. Okay, that was me.
So basically, the same ball and chain Petrino had at Arkansas is the same ball and chain he's about to have at UNC. Because they're basically pointing out. Because it basically starts off by saying during this time as an offensive coordinator at Arkansas, Petrino fought tooth and nail for his side, right? His offensive side. So much so, in fact, that he reportedly got into a scuffle with his counterpart on the other side of the ball this past summer. He and Travis Williams truly never made up, as the latter and a raft of his assistants were the first to go when Petrino took over as interim coach in late September. Through it all, Petrino fought for his guys, especially the dual threat quarterback upon whose shoulders he so much rode. In the end, though, Taylor Green just couldn't make enough of the right plays at the right time. At critical juncture after critical juncture, the ball slipped from the fingertips of Green or a teammate. Not surprisingly, the Razorbacks also lost their grip on chances for win after win. When the dust cleared on the season, Petrino had an offense that was among the nation's best, but only 2 wins to show for it. So now he's going to have another fight in front of him. And this section is labeled, Petrino may want to look into taxidermy after this.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
Yo.
He said 2 years after getting charged with the task of saving the hide of Sam Pittman, the Montana native is tasked for the same for Bill Belichick at North Carolina. They're talking about while Arkansas had its own predictable level of infighting for a 10-loss team, including some locker room division after the Notre Dame catastrophe, and an assistant coach play acting as Mike Tyson on some poor player. North Carolina lapped Arkansas as a time or two in the dysfunction department. Some people have gone to say it is an unstructured mess, said a source with direct knowledge of UNC football, told WRAL News 5 games into the season, when the offense ranked 128 out of 136. He said there's no culture, no organization. It's a complete disaster. Somebody's also going to say, one of the parents said it's all starting at the top and the boys are being affected. I don't fault the players. I fault the leadership that created this toxic environment. There's an individualistic mindset. Requoting Mr. McLaughlin, Mr. McLaughlin penned a letter asking, please end the circus. When you agreed to pay a king's ransom to hire Bill Belichick, did you also know that you were hiring Jordan Hudson to serve as the primary face of athletics? Apparently, Pablo Torre then got a file of they got behind the scenes. We're gonna have to talk about that one a little bit later. But apparently, Pablo Torre got behind the scenes footage of the documentary of Coach with Jordan Hudson and some stuff. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah.
It just seems basically like Petrino is, as they say, he ran into a situation in Arkansas where he was like, yo, let me fight for my guys in my offense, prove that he picked the right guys to be there. But obviously it just ran out of steam. Everything didn't work out. And now he's basically being asked to save Bill. And if he can't save Bill, that's kind of curtains for him.
Not even that. What they're saying is Petrino, when he tends to get brought into an organization, they bring him in to save an offense, to try to help revive an organization that's not great. Because that's what he was tasked to do in Arkansas, was to revive a team that's underperforming and is terrible and just looks like it's gonna just fall apart at the seams. Then now with him coming in North Carolina, without a doubt that's what he's here to do, is to save this offense from itself.
I mean, yeah.
Really, not even from itself, to save this offense from Belichick is really what this is for. They're bringing Petrino in with the hopes of, if he can get this offense clicking and looking good, then a lot of the heat that Belichick is getting, a lot of the scrutiny over the culture, over the organization, over the leadership will just start kind of fading away into the background, because now we can just say, oh, we just had the wrong coaches here. Yeah, we knew
And
that.
then-
We told you when the season started. We told you that week 3. We knew this. It
I ain't
took
gonna-
you till week 12 to figure that out. Then it goes on to say that their GM, Lombardi, underwhelmed in 2025. Because it was pointed out by a few agents, few NIL agents. Because one had pointed out that Lombardi hadn't worked in college football since the mid-1980s and got off to a disorganized start along Belichick last winter when both tried to learn the college game on the fly. The Athletics' Bruce Feldman, Brendan
we know
Marks, and
that.
Stuart Mandel, so 3 people, reported that most of the 6 NIL agents whom with they spoke described Lombardi as either abrasive or dismissive towards them during their negotiations. For instance, one agent recounted Lombardi coming out the gates with a strong initial offer for his client, but then proceeded to lower it considerably over a series of subsequent calls that ultimately cost UNC the player. Playing hardball with a brusque manner is one thing when you're winning. Just ask Arkansas football fans recalling the glory days of Petrino as a full-time head coach. It's an entirely different manner when you lose, however. The university source said that Lombardi's bungled roster management, UNC brought 70 new players in 2025, by too often overspending on one position while hunting for bargains at others. Initially, they thought people would flock to play for Belichick and take less money, but they realized fast that that wasn't the case.
Duh, we've been on that. But my thing is this. One, to talk about the point of they bring in Petrino to save an offense, and you were saying, hey, if he brings in an offense and the offense looks competent, that'll mitigate a lot of the heat that Belichick and North Carolina as a whole are taking. Yes and no. And the reason why I say yes and no, it'll look good for a second. But if even when the offense looks better, if it doesn't translate to wins, y'all about to go back under fire again.
And
it won't
and
matter.
Then the other thing is, it also goes on to say that basically, because of Belichick and Lombardi, so he's totally at the mercy of Belichick and Lombardi and their Super Bowl evaluation skills to actually bring in some players and a quarterback that's not Gio Lopez. So they're basically saying that if he does come to North Carolina, his biggest issue is going to be trying to bring in players to improve the program, because you're going to have to go through Lombardi, you're going to have to go through Belichick, who are the best, who are very good at building NFL championship winning teams, but neither one of them so far has been good at building a winning college team. And he said that's a big problem, considering Mike Lombardi really didn't know what he was doing on the college side, which resulted in a bad roster, according to Mandel and Feldman's co-host, Ralph Russo.
I'm going to say this, and with that, yeah, they can build NFL teams. However, even then, the staff that they had at those times helped them build those teams. But I also think it's one of those situations where Petrino has been a college coach and influence in college football for so long, where on the flip side, Belichick and Lombardi have an ego because they built or been a part of building championship NFL teams. They're going to think they know better than Petrino at building this team. They're going to think they may know better. And I could be wrong, and I could be just spitballing like a random take that's just like, oh, Myron, you don't know what you're talking about. But That could be the issue rather than just trusting Petrino and letting it rot. You know what I mean? They got their hand in the cookie jar. They're not just letting Petrino get the players he wants for his offense to make this offense rot. If they're going to be oversight committee and final say, then it doesn't matter who Petrino tries to bring in. It's always going to be whether or not Bill wants him, whether or not Lombardi wants him. Because Petrino could love a kid. And next thing you know, Lombardi and Belichick, like, nah, we don't like that kid. And he's gone. You remember how we used to have that running joke about Belichick in New England all the time? Where we were like, dual threat quarterback in New England, that ain't happening. That ain't Bill's style.
And then the other problem is, so like, you know, they get, this is an Arkansas article, and they're basically talking about like the biggest thing that Arkansas had a problem with was that one, said they had roster issues over the last couple of years. They had a mismanagement of defensive line coming in, and overall, like their problem that Petrino had when he was with Arkansas was that they just didn't have the financial backing to really compete. So they didn't have the money to really be like, oh yeah, we can get these guys coming in and we can win a championship with this. You ain't have it.
Yeah,
they have it now.
They weren't winning.
They weren't winning. So they have more financial backing now than they did before. And, you know, they said similarly, Barty's already saying a lot of the right things about learning from his first year on the job. For instance, in early December, he now knows that college recruiting is all year round as opposed to NFL draft preparation, and that he's come to understand the acquisition cost that UNC must pay when negotiating for transfers and recruits. For Petrino in Arkansas, the lessons his higher-ups learned came too little too late. For North Carolina to be any different, a few old dogs must learn new tricks.
A few old dogs had to be willing to learn new tricks.
That's also somebody comes at Bruce Feldman and Stuart Mandel on Petrino emerging as UNC head coach. So are we heading towards the middle of next year, maybe toward November, where we'll see North Carolina interim head coach Bobby Petrino? You know, like Bill finally gets frustrated and says, I've had enough of this nonsense after going, I don't know, like a 3-4 start or a 3-6 start. And all of a sudden, Bobby Petrino is again trying to position himself for another head coaching job by stepping in to lead the Tar Heels. I think you're right, Stu, though. They will get better offensively, as they should. But once again, it still comes down to what are we doing really? Like, what are we really doing to set up success for Petrino in this offense? What is Lombardi going to do to actually adjust to this recruiting session? And what are we going to? And what has Bill learned in this first year of mediocrity?
Well, we're gonna find out. And
yeah, we're gonna find out.
Hopefully, it's in the right direction. But I can tell you one thing.
I know what else is going in the right direction.
Hey, I can tell you one thing. I know what he's losing. I know what he's losing going into this direction, and that is another player to the transfer portal.
Yep.
So
it's like Marion Thomas.
Yep.
Freshman.
We lost another one to the transfer portal, and North Carolina just going through it. Have not had anybody openly say they were coming to North Carolina in the transfer portal yet. So that is something to be wary of. And another thing, bro, I've been wanting to tell you. This is one thing I definitely want to tell you about. Don't know if you was tracking this. So you and I have talked about how the transfer portal could make or break college football, and the shift, especially last year when you had the like transfer all year round window, and you and I kind of agreed maybe 1 to 2 windows is the way it should be rather than being able to transfer all year round, so on and so forth, right? Yeah, Nate. So apparently, we're not the only ones seeing a mass exodus like that. Because as y'all see on the screen, and for our listeners, we got 22 going out the door. As you can see. And for our listeners who just don't like to see our face, but you just decided to listen through like Spotify or something, I'm just letting you know. We got 22. Right now, a crazy story that I have seen on the internet. involves the North Texas Mean Green and the Iowa State Cyclones. So check this out. North Texas Mean Green just finished with their best season. They finished 12-2, won their bowl game. Everything's going good, right? Their head coach gets hired. He's heading out to Oklahoma State. Apparently, basically, man's got a promotion. Good for him. Do what you got to do. North Texas is only returning 15 of their 56 players next season. Only one of them is a returner, is a returning starter. And not only that, they lost more than 40 players to the portal and graduation, and 24 of the 40 plus, because it's 41 overall. 24 of the 41 are just going to the portal alone, including their star quarterback and 3 of their All-Americans. But that's not the only one, bro. The worst one is Iowa State. Because check this out. Iowa State, their head coach going to Penn State. Iowa State only has 16 players returning next year, with 1 starter returning. And they have lost over 60 players to the portal and graduation. 42 of those players are lost to the portal alone.
That's crazy.
Bro.
That's crazy. And funny thing is, I got to remember where I saw it. I think it was TikTok.
The portal has definitely shifted the game. And I've been seeing a lot of people talk about, hey, man, now group of fives are essentially going to go extinct. It's over for them. Like, small schools can't compete no more when you have players doing like this. And I get the concern. I genuinely think that.
Go ahead, finish your thing.
I'm sorry. I genuinely think I'm not against you transferring in the portal. I'm not against it. However, after your second transfer, especially if it's not medically related, I think you should lose a year eligibility. And maybe that's just me right now off the top of my head. So it's like, and I could probably sit there and think more in depth through it. But off the top of my head, I'm like, all right, you come in, you might have had a freshman year, you leave, go do your thing. You leave somewhere else, redshirted, cool. You go transfer, no worries. You still keep that year, you still got 5 years. Mm-hmm. Go another year. Now you decide to leave again. All right, cool. That third time you transfer, you lose a year of eligibility off the end of that too, because this is getting ridiculous. But then again, that could be too wild of a statement for me, and I could just be a prisoner of the moment, and I gotta sit back and stop and really thoroughly think, because I will admit I have not thoroughly thought that plan that I just spoke through. It's just off the top of my dome.
So tell you the truth, I actually came across a video earlier today. John Calipari was speaking on this.
The basketball
coach for Arkansas. Yeah, basketball coach for Arkansas.
The man who made the one and done a thing at Kentucky? Mr. One and Done?
I guess.
That's what he became known for at Kentucky. Like that John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, like Booker and all them. Like Devin Booker and all them. When you came to Kentucky, he made going one and done a thing. Like that. That is why so many players do one and done in college basketball now, because it became a staple of Kentucky. It was like, if you want to get to the league as quick as possible, go play for Kentucky. Calipari will get you there. Karl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker, John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, flipping Willie Cauley-Stein, Anthony Davis. All of them played one and done basketball. So I think it's kind of crazy that he's talking about it.
No. But he's mainly just talking about like how it's gotten kind of ridiculous, because I don't know if you've heard or not, but some of these college programs are signing international professionals to their programs.
What?
Yeah, they're bringing FIBA professional basketball players into their programs, and a lot of them are they got guys transferring in mid-season and are just automatically eligible to play mid-season. So you have guys that have professional basketball experience playing at the college level.
I kind of,
It's
I
ridiculous.
guess only reason why I'm confused about how they're doing that is because there used to be a rule that you couldn't have been a professional to play at college.
Right.
And I guess since the NIL has come into play, that's kind of done away with that.
Right. Because of the NIL and this new transfer portal system, it's screwed the whole thing up. So hopefully you can hear this. I don't know for sure. But this is John Calipari talking about this particular situation.
Oh, we can do this, NCAA. Don't tell me about lawsuits. If you join a program at mid-season, you cannot play that season. If you're in school and have to get yourself eligible, that's okay. You can play the second term without playing the first. What? So now let me ask you this. What does that do for the kids in the program that you're bringing kids in at mid-season when it was their opportunity? I mean, I just don't get any of this. And again, Tommy, Mark Few, myself, we got my son, their sons are in this. I just want to help it before I'm out for my kid. I'm very selfish, but it's for that. But this stuff here, I just gave you what we could do. I'm going to give you one other. The collectives on our campuses, whether you're doing it through your media people, whatever, cannot be involved in recruiting in any way or transfers. But if a kid's on your campus for a year, give them what you want to stay. So we'll get more kids staying. How about this? It'll be great for them academically. They'll probably make more money, but they'll be academic. We're not going to have kids leaving after transferring 4 times. What's the percentage of kids that make the NBA? Unless you play for me, what would be the percentage? Like it's like 1% or less? That means 99% of the college players that are getting money, it's fugazi. Fugazi. Because they're getting 400, 500, 800, a million, and they're not pros. So now they have to go get a job after 4 stops. No college degree. No loyalty from the state or the program or anybody. You were a mercenary. Okay, now you got to go get a job. I don't care what a kid makes. It doesn't. But I do care what we're doing to young people. If all these kids can make $4 million, I don't care. But what we're doing by letting them have transfer at will, transfer once, coach leaves, you can go twice without penalty. But other than that, you got to sit out because now you get 3 years at one school. You're going to get a college degree. You can't be 30. You got 5 years. Clock is ticking. If you go pro, I don't care what country you're from. You leave your name in. You cannot play college basketball. If you transfer mid-season, can't play. You got to sit out. How about we just do that stuff? We can do it without having Congress and the Senate getting 60 votes. We can do that. Let them sue us on that stuff. This isn't easy.
So I find it funny how he's essentially said what I was saying in the sense. Now I will say this. The idea, and I might have misheard it, the idea where he was saying if a kid is on a campus, kids on a campus for a year, you can't talk to them. Is he talking about like people from the outside? Can't.
Yeah, so basically what he's saying, like if he said like for the NIL collectives, they can't be involved in recruiting or transfers. But if you have a kid that's already at the school, you can have them talk to the kid, see what they can give them to keep them at the school.
So, okay, so I'm trying to understand this.
So basically saying NIL collectives can only be involved in students that are already at the school in regards to trying to keep them at the school.
So,
but if you're,
I'm gonna use
to bring new kids in,
I'm gonna use Maviella for a second. So basically, when he was at Tennessee, UCLA couldn't use their NIL programs out at UCLA to get him to come to UCLA.
Right.
But
So
Tennessee could use their NIL people
right.
to be
They
like,
can see
hey,
that they can negotiate that. What number can we negotiate to keep you here? If he says that number won't work, I'm still transferring. Then the recruiting offices at these other campuses don't use their NILs to recruit you. Once they've
so they
recruited
can't. You got to be on campus first before they can give you the NIL
right.
money.
So once they've recruited you, then the NIL, we can discuss the NIL from there.
Okay,
but it's basically we need you at the school first before we talk money.
No, I can agree with that because that definitely would clear out the workaround, and it makes kids think twice before they just up and transfer because they don't know whatever money they get over there is guaranteed, and you also don't know what kid is also about to go over there because you can sit there and think, oh, I'm the star that's going to be going over there. Next thing you know, by the way, coach them brought in somebody. Yeah, coach brought in somebody exactly for you. You're actually making less money over here than you would if you just stayed at the starter back at old school.
Right. And then it's like, because I also agree with that idea because one, now you're being recruited by the program. So now you're getting to you're talking to legitimately the coaches, the staff, you're meeting the team. You're now choosing the school based on you liking the school. Not because they can pay you the most money, but because this school fits what I want as a player first. So now when I get on the campus, then I can talk to you about money.
I'm not against that.
But it's forcing the players to decide based on the actual school and what fits them the best compared to what can this school pay me.
I'm not against that. I'm
not against that. I'm also not against, like I said, once you said if you have played professionally anywhere, you can't play college ball. You're a professional now.
Done. You've officially
you're not coming back down to this level to dominate at this level just to go back out and do what you were already doing.
Because at that point, you've already, like you said, you've played actual professionals. You've worked a whole contract. You had an official job, bro. This is you are official. You are saying you are good enough to be considered a pro. You are a professional in this field.
Yeah.
You don't get to be a professional and then be like, revoke my license. I'm going back to amateur league. Like, no, you don't do that.
Because there are legit programs right now that have signed FIBA professionals to their college teams.
Because you don't see
they enrolled in
not
their schools.
One, for example, you don't see not one international baseball player that's like making money, like actually getting paid.
Yeah, let me go to college and play. Let
me go play at the University of North Carolina's college baseball team, even though I've been playing in the Japan Major League for the last 6 years. What? No. Look at you crazy. Let me go. Imagine professionals in the DR doing that.
So Florida signed Alex Condon from Australia. Illinois has Tomislav Ivicic from Croatia. Duke has Dame Star from Italy. You have Oscar Clough from Australia playing for South Dakota State. Or actually, he's at Purdue from South Dakota State. Xavier Lee from Canada playing for Florida. And then Theory Darlin from Central African Republic, he has a G League experience, is playing at Santa Clara.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And it said because of recent rule changes, recent NCAA changes have opened the door for players with pro experience like G League to become eligible for college.
Now, I will say that again, I'm not with if you become a pro, like if you're officially a pro, you can go to college. No, I don't think that. However, international G League affiliates I feel that's a different level. Like, for example, you know how we have NBA Africa right now, and they have like teams down there trying to build up like extensions of their G League or whatever, kind of like it's their college level. I think those are extenuating circumstances that require waiver approval to where actually, nah, because usually with those teams, I actually just talked myself out of it. Because usually with those teams, those players use that team to get to the NBA or at least draft or get looks. They don't play on that team and then go to college somewhere.
Yep. So and to continue the name dropping, Kyrie Walker played in Mongolia. He's a California native. Illinois also signed Tony Bilicic from Croatia. And he played with KK Sedetva.
Shoot, LaMelo Ball went overseas and played in Croatia and Australia.
He played in Croatia's Premier League.
And he never went to college.
Because even Tom Izzo, like, to me, it's ridiculous. To me, it's embarrassing. In November, it says, I love my job. I don't respect my profession. I think we're really hurting the seniors in high school, giving them a chance. What's the age limit now? Is it 30? If you have 3 beards and 2 mustaches, are you illegal or are you not allowed to play? Because, like I said, because Kyrie Walker's 20. There's a 20-year-old that came from Mongolia. These are most of the time, these are grown individuals. These are people who've been playing internationally for at least a couple of years. So I'm like,
and I can tell you firsthand,
because like Bilicic played in the country's under 20 league. He's played 3 seasons.
And I can tell you firsthand, playing European basketball, especially if you are American and they find out, gets physical. You learn how to play through some contact over there. Respect to them. But it's physical, and they play a very solid fundamental style of basketball to where learning how to play at that level and then coming back and playing college, you would destroy these college kids just because you are so fundamentally sound and you see the game a lot slower than these kids.
You have a whole different skill set than these high schoolers coming out of high school.
You don't have to base your skills off only your athleticism. That's the one thing that high schoolers like to do. They base a lot of their skill set athleticism, whereas the nuance of college and professional basketball comes in the footwork and the fundamentals and being able to have the awareness and the IQ to pick apart a defense, pick apart your opponent, pick apart your defender, how to beat them, and just in subtle ways. And it's not always about your athleticism.
Because Thierry Darlin and London Johnson, both of them played for G League at night. They're 21.
Crazy.
And the NCAA is the one that calculates their eligibility based on the number of games they've played professionally since leaving high school.
Yeah, they have that rule. I know that for sure. But shoot, I wanted to get into, because I still got what we got on the docket later, I want to make sure we get to this. And speaking of players coming in and going out, we do got one player we hope to keep for a while, and that is one Chuck Roberts has committed, class of 2027, has committed to the North Carolina Tar Heels. He is a 3-star safety, 6 feet tall. I want to say 100 and I know it says 180, but I think he's like 200. I think he might be 200 pounds. 180 to 200.
It's a solid safety.
Yeah. 180 to 200. He is coming out of IMG Academy. So if you know about IMG, hey, you know how IMG get down. From Bradenton, Florida. He's the 39th player in Florida, 37th safety nationally, and the 416th player nationally. And yes, I do have the film because, we all love film.
Always got to have film.
We all love film work around here. Do. Get out of here. Here we go, Mr. Roberts.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's a good play from both ends right there.
I was about to say, the better play is coming from that corner. Nice way to be aware. Oh, great hit.
Good chase down.
Great hit. Where are you?
Right here.
Okay.
Bottom of the screen. Good recognition and coverage.
I'm glad he got his head around. I feel like he could have got that pick, though.
Sitting at the linebacker spot in the box. Oh, that guy stood no chance.
Nope.
Solid. Never know. They might move him to linebacker.
Depends on how big he is. Oh, that's great angle pursuit. That was a great angle pursuit.
Oh, and to change the angle mid-play, too.
Oh.
Good commitment. Good downhill.
Get your head on the outside. Other than that, perfect. That's the only thing I can say. Oh, he coming downhill. He just said bump it all. Coach gave him the free call.
That's it.
Coach gave him the jailbreak. Oh, nice way to sit on it. Nice way to sit on it. Oh, get your head around. Yep, because the ref even threw the flag for it. Nice way not to fall.
Good job staying in his hip pocket.
See, there you go. Keep your head around.
Good job staying in his hip pocket.
Boom. Nice way to recognize the screen. Keep it going. Good job.
Good way to work your way around through the mess, too.
I ain't gonna lie. That receiver almost lost a leg.
To stand flat-footed like that on some of these, too, is crazy.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, bro, you ain't even on your toes. You flat-footed? Is he at the top or the bottom?
He's at the top.
Dog, he got high.
I mean, that wasn't even really his play at that point. That was all pass rush. Nice tackle.
Great read.
Good breakdown.
Great breakdown.
Yeah, he's I got a feeling he might end up getting moved to linebacker. Because the way he reads and the way he works in the box, I think he can be he'll be like a combo safety.
Yeah, I could see.
He'll be a hybrid safety.
I definitely can see that, man. But let's see. I know we got a few other things on the docket, or did you want me to hit you with the surprise that I told you?
So, two of these things, at least two of these things that we got coming up can get moved to next week, so it ain't got to be this week. So, like the adjustments one and the ACC network one, we can actually move to next week. It's not that big of a deal. I can quick run through
let's talk about the other two, though.
We'll start with the women's basketball.
Because the ladies have been doing so well. Shout out to the ladies, man.
Big shout out. So huge shout out to UNC women's basketball out here ending the month on a major W. Out here beating Boston College by 40.
Dog walking.
Actually, my bad. By 71. Sorry.
That man couldn't do math. Wait.
My brain was not trying to do math.
Did you say 71?
51. There we go. 51. I read it too. I was doing wrong. 51.
Okay.
Yeah. Coming off a major win on Boston College this past week and jumping them to 15th nationally in the rankings right now.
Hey, it's been a while since our girls been like top of the top in women's basketball. I love it. I love to see them get back up there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And it basically goes so that they're having a strong start to the season, being ranked 15th nationally in the coaches poll, 12th in the AP poll, and coming off a dominant 90-39 road win against Boston College. And that's their biggest victory ever. Led by, some of their obvious leaders in Nyla Harris and Nyla Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
They are currently sitting at 12-3 on the season to close out 2025. And they're hosting California on Thursday and Sanford on the 4th. So we're hoping for another 2 big wins to start the season off.
Hey, man.
And keep that ball rolling, baby.
Please.
It's crazy.
Please and thank you.
It's like shot 57.6% from the field as a team, including 73% on 2-point shots. So Nyla Harris led the way with 19 points on 9 of 11, while Brooks had 15 and 20 minutes off the bench. And of the 14 Tar Heel plays in Monday's game, 10 found their way onto the score sheet. So all played at least 5 minutes on the other side. Boston College languished 21.3% from the floor.
Side note, I still don't understand it. Why hasn't men's college basketball gone to 4 quarters yet?
I still haven't figured that out either. I don't know why that's the thing. But
women's college basketball does it, and honestly, works perfectly just fine. Men and women play 4 quarters in the pros and everything else in high school, from high school on down. So I don't understand why college is the only level where we did 2 halves for a while, and now even women's basketball is like, nah, just go 4 quarters.
I don't know.
I
have no idea.
The only reason I would say keep this two halves is just tradition because it's unique. But other than that, I'm like, just go to 4 quarters, call it a day, bro.
Because you get what, 5 timeouts per half?
Yeah, it's still the same. The only difference is instead of 2 20-minute halves, you get 4 10-minute quarters.
I don't know. I guess it's like a timing thing. I don't know.
The only reason I could understand is it's easier to get into commercial breaks. But even then, TV timeouts always happen. They happen every 3 minutes or every 4 minutes. So if you ever
watch basketball or women's basketball, I don't think I've ever paid any attention.
So next time you watch a basketball game, right? And it happens more so in men's basketball now because women's is in the quarter format.
Mm-hmm.
But in the 2-half format, TV timeouts always happen every 4 minutes or right around the 4-minute mark. So if like today's game against FSU, if you had paid attention, the very next dead ball, like the next dead ball that happens around the 16-minute mark, whether it happens right before 16 or right after 16, like 15:54, that goes into a commercial. The next one, then it'll be a TV timeout. It'll happen again at the 12-minute mark. It'll happen again at the 8-minute mark. It'll happen again around the 4-minute mark, and then they'll go into halftime. It literally happens. And the way I found this out is because even at Charleston Southern, when I would go to our women's games and whatnot, support Mo and them, we'd be sitting there watching the game. Mind you, it's like a local game. Ain't nobody really. I know it ain't on TV like that. All of a sudden, I hear him in the booth. All right, media timeout. Media. All right, where? Who? And I noticed that it's always around the 4-minute mark. So then I asked him. I said, "Yo, do media timeouts always happen around like every 4 minutes?" They're like, "Yeah. Whenever there's a dead ball, whether it's like a jump ball, a foul, ball goes out of bounds, or whatever the case may be, if it happens around that 4-minute mark, like 16, 12, 8, and 4, it'll go into a media timeout." So
yeah, I'll take a look at that because I don't think I've ever paid it any attention. So I never paid any attention.
Yeah, next college basketball game you watch, make sure you watch a men's basketball game, and then the next time they go to a commercial, look at what happens around the 16-minute, the 12, the 8, and the 4. And when you see a dead ball, watch it go to commercial. Sometimes it goes long because there won't be a dead ball, But that very next dead ball, it's once you hit that marker, that very next dead ball, media timeout or commercial, anything like that.
Okay, cool. And now moving into another, which is actually more of a negative than a positive for the men's basketball, is now wrong one. There we go. So Davis is having to address some free throw shooting issues. And to be honest, it is, as of right now, the worst free throw shooting percentage that they've had since Roy Williams retired. Going into the game today against Florida State, we are ranked 279th in free throw percentage.
What are we shooting? 62?
68.4% from the free throw line. Jesus. As a team. We have only shot over 70% in 5 of the 13 games we've played.
Caleb, what did you shoot for your free throws? Because I swear to God, please don't be.
The last 5 games, he's shot 54.4% in the last 5 games.
From free throws?
From free throws. In the first 6, he shot 70% in the first 6. But the last 4 games he's played, he shot just over half.
Not to say. In today's game, he shot 80.
So he shot well today. But like I said, this is going into the game. So before this game.
About to say, because I'm looking at it right now. Let's see. Free throw percentage. 80. And this is from today's game going back. So I'm counting today's game. Today's game will be the first one. 80, 53, 40, 70, 53, 100, 62, 85, 100, 71.4, 75, 55, 66, 83. So
it's not been good. It's not been
good. On the season, he's actually at 69.4, but could it be better? Yes. Especially because he's getting to the line.
Like 70% of the 70% of the time.
He's getting to the line
8 times per game.
About 8 times. About 8 times, 7 to 8 times a game. So
to have an overall in the last 4 games of a 54% in 4 games is not a good look, especially when you're shooting free throws that often. And even as a team, the team itself over the last 6 games averaged 62.1%. And that's even with a season worst percentage of 53.8% in the 1-point win against Ohio State.
Oh, Lord.
So that would have been a more dominant game had they made more free throws.
Fellas, I'm going to tell you right now, y'all got all this winter break to figure it out. Because I promise, if we lose, if we lose.
So check this out. So they kind of went into the history books for a little bit. Only 2 of the 6 NCAA title winning teams that UNC has had have shot under 70% from free throw line. One of them was in 1957, where they shot 69.4%, and the other was 1982, where they shot 69.2%. The next closest teams was in 93 of 70.6, 2005 of 72.5, 2009 75.2, and 2017 of 70.1. Outside of that, everybody else has shot. Basically, everybody else but these 2 teams have shot more than at least 70% from the free throw line.
Figure it out, because if we lose this championship potential run on some free throws, I'm going to be mad.
Because even Caleb Wilson himself, he said, I don't know what it is, what's going on. I just got to work on it. Honestly, I feel like I just got to relax and shoot it. This might seem weird, but when I miss a shot, I'm shocked. Like, I don't know why I missed that. I work on free throws a lot, but I've just missed them lately. At the beginning of the season, I was hitting them more, but it's just something I'll work on. And even Davis goes on to say during the season it's strictly to talk about not just free throw shooting, but your shot. The reason why I say that is for myself, when I played, I didn't want anyone talking to me about my shot. Whether it was going in or wasn't going in, let me figure it out. I don't need 50,000 voices telling me elbow in, take a deep breath, bend your knees, because it's the last thing that you need to do during the game. Because even for Davis, his career percentage was 81.9% from free throw. So, like, he knows how to make a free throw.
I got you.
Yeah, so you got to play fast. You got to play fast and free and be able to react. And so it's something that we've talked about, but it's not something that we focused on. It's just to get our guys confident that when we get to the free throw line, we can be a team that consistently makes them. Because he said what they've been doing in practice is we'll just have them. He said one of the things we've done is put that in practice, specific time working on free throws. What I mean in working on free throws, just continuing to stay consistent in terms of your free throw shooting routine, being confident in rhythm. That's pretty much it. And I can't lie to you. That's like shooting free throws. I understand that they're free, but yeah, like you can't really, there's not a real tried and true way outside of just shooting the free throws that's really going to fix your free throws. Like you can't really coach somebody for sure into fixing a free throw outside of just having them shoot free throws.
I mean, yeah.
Like this.
I will say this, and it's just been me. If you're good in the mid range, you're good at the free throw.
You should be.
Like I've rarely, this is counting myself, I've rarely met a good mid-range shooter who couldn't make free throws. I've actually met some three-point shooters who suck at free throws.
Because they shoot too hard.
Not even shoot too hard.
That's been my experience.
Yeah, I not even shoot too hard. It was just, it's just different for them. One of the best shooters I've ever played with, that man flat out told me he hates taking free throws because it's not a natural shooting rhythm for him.
But that's the thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't exactly coach a shooting rhythm for free throws. Like, you just got to find one that fits you the best. Because I got a kid, because one of the kids that I coach now, one of the best shooters we have on the team, but free throw wise, he's one of the worst. Right. Like if I give him 10 free throws, he may make 6. But if I give the kid who's one of our worst shooters 10 free throws, he's gonna make 8.
And I will say you right in that aspect, because it also is like, I think it's also a mental block, because now I'm good. I'm above average to great depending on my day for free throws. Beforehand, I would say middle school especially, I sucked at free throws, and I couldn't understand why. I genuinely couldn't. I was like, I didn't want to be bad at free throws. And when I got to high school, it was just I was playing JV because I was in the varsity but still playing JV. So I was on varsity but still was playing in the JV games too my freshman year, right?
Right.
And we had a game, came down to it. I had to go to the free throw line. And I remember my middle school coach, like, everybody getting on me. And I'm like, oh, crap. Like, I have to make a free throw. I'm like afraid, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. And then I don't know what happened, but it just clicked. And that was also the same day. Where I started to get real confident in taking mid-range jumpers.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could take mid-range jumpers, but I wasn't given the green light to take them like that in middle school. It's like I was good in the post, I could do my thing, and middle school, if you're good in the post, coach ain't gonna get you out the post. Like if you're one of the best like post defenders, coach ain't gonna try to pull you out the post.
Yeah, you staying down there. Like why would I take you out of there?
Yeah, why would I take you out of there? But it clicked, and from then on, like my free throws just changed. Like my rhythm, my confidence at the free throw line, everything changed. I think that's what's got to happen for this team. Right now, they haven't gotten through that wall. And I think, and the best thing that could probably happen for them is they lose a game to a good team that they know they could have won if they make free throws. Or
like I said,
if they
that's what they talk about. Like at the end of the day, it's not really like it's not a major focus, but it's just basically teach it to like then you do like find your rhythm, be confident in the shot, and just take the shot. Because free throws for me were bread and butter. Like I knew it better because I wasn't a good like just a general shooter, and I wasn't a good shooter in general. I was an inside guy almost all day long. I don't care what size I was at, what competition I was, but most of my shots I'm taking around the basket. Period. Because I want you to foul me. Like I was like, I want you to foul me. Oops, I want you to foul me because I want to shoot free throws. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to make at least one of these free throws. If you give me two, I'm going to make at least one. Guarantee you. I'm not missing both. And I knew that without a doubt.
He's like, I'm not missing. He's like, hey, listen, I'm making one of these joints. We getting bucket somewhere.
I'm making at least one, if not both. If I got to take three, I'm making at least two out of these three.
Yeah.
And I knew that because I had my rhythm down and all that. I can still shoot free throws. I can still shoot free throws at a pretty good clip now. But I have no reason to try.
Once you find it, you're good. Once you
it stays about the same.
All right.
But what you got for us?
All right, man. So I'm gonna tell you right now. I think you'll like this. Pro or college? Pick one.
Okay, we'll go college. We'll go college.
College? All right, my boy. So we're gonna do a best draft challenge.
Oh hell!
And the people are gonna pick. The people are gonna see us put this up on the screen. And here's what we're gonna do: best draft challenge, right? And y'all are gonna decide in the comment section how this goes down. And the best draft is going to be, since you picked college, you're going to draft your top 5 college bowl game moments.
College bowl game moments.
Yep. Oh, college bowl game moments.
Okay.
You're going to draft your top 5 college, and we're going to see who has the better moments when it's all said and done at the end of the day. And it's all said and done at the end of the day.
Oh man.
Do you want first pick? Or do you want me to take first pick?
I'll go first, I guess.
All right. What you got?
Gotta go with the classic Statue of Liberty.
You oh, you was in my brain. You were in my brain. You were in my brain. I hate you, sir. I hate you, sir. Like I was, because I sure was hoping you did not pick it. I was gonna use it.
That's one of those plays that comes to everybody's mind immediately. Like
I was for sure you weren't going to pick him. All right. Oh, why did I do that? There we go. Shouldn't do that, but okay. That's what I need to do. I'll figure that out in a second. But the one I wanted, Jadeveon Clowney, ball don't lie, Michigan versus South Carolina. That to me is a classic tackle if I've ever seen.
Was that a bowl game?
Yes, it was.
That was a bowl game for real? I thought that was just a regular schedule game.
No, that was a bowl game.
Oh, wow.
That was a bowl game. That was a bowl game because they were playing Michigan in a bowl game. And I remember it because I was watching it with my dad, 2011. I was watching with my dad 2011, and he asked me, he was like, oh, you want to go, he was talking to me about playing college football. He's like, you want to play college football and whatnot, or are you going to play basketball or baseball? We looked up, I saw Clowney hit that running back from Michigan. I said, I think I'm gonna go to basketball and baseball. I said, goodness almighty.
So let's see here.
All right. So who you guys your number 2?
The Alabama coming back on Oklahoma in double overtime in the Rose Bowl.
What was that? Just 2 years ago?
2025, 2027, 20. I don't know. Yeah, just recently. This recent one.
What was that, like 23 or 24? I can't remember which year they did that.
I think it was this week. No, 2018.
2018? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
No, that wasn't Bama. That was Georgia. That was Georgia coming over. Yeah, it was Georgia over.
Oh, you talking about the Sony Michel one?
Yeah, the Sony Michel one.
Okay.
When they beat
they beat
Baker.
Okay, I got you. All right. Number 2.
I ain't gonna lie, this TCU USC game is wild right now.
As much as it pains me, this is the best draft challenge. And I feel like everybody talks about this moment, even though I think it's slightly overrated. I know it's in everybody else's. The Vince Young quarterback run in the 05 championship.
Whatever.
What?
Whatever.
What? Is it?
I ain't bad at it. I ain't saying whatever because I'm bad at it. I'm saying whatever because whatever, Vince Young.
Hey, bro, listen. I honestly wanted Reggie Bush and them boys to win that game because I hate Texas that much. But everybody puts that run up there in the 05 title game. So I gotta put it up there. All right. What's your number 3?
Clemson beating Bama.
Damn! Yeah, that was my next one. Bro. Like, man, that was my next one. I am not even going front. Clemson knocks off Bama, and that was 2018. That was 2018. Wait, was it? No, it wasn't. What was that? That was because the 19 championship was Trevor Lawrence's first one. Because I remember I was in the military at that time.
Because we're thinking of the Deshaun Watson one, right?
Yeah.
That would have been 16, I think.
Uh,
16 or 17?
17. It was 17. Okay. Yep. It was 17. Okay, cool. Let's see. Number 3. Man, you shook me up with that one. You shook me up taking that one. I'm gonna go. Oh man, I had a moment, but it's not a bowl game. It wasn't a bowl game. I had a moment. Too. Oh, actually, I got one. The safety hit in the Florida Oklahoma championship. from
when dude came in. Oh yeah, when dude came in popping.
Yeah.
Dude came from like way downtown. Where was it? Oh no, not far enough down. Where did they play?
Cause I want to say that was like I want to say that was 06. Oh, that was 09. It was 09. It was 09, yeah. In 2000, yeah, the safety, the Florida safety hit. Hey, boy, that set the tone of that game for a minute.
So I'm gonna do one that may lose me this draft, but I feel like they deserve it. It's a very recent one. Actually, it was like literally like last week recent. Hawaii comes back on Cal in the Hawaii Bowl.
Because then they come back like, because how
they came from like 50, I think they came back from like 17 down.
I'll give them credit.
So yeah, I was like, I feel like they deserve, because we don't normally hear about Hawaii having good moments, and I feel like they deserve this.
Nah, we don't. We don't hear about them enough, so I'll give them that. Let's see. Digging in the archives, trying to recollect, man, because there's so many great moments, but it's also trying to remember if they're in a bowl game or not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dog, I know I just had it. But bro, weren't they in a bowl game? Wasn't that in a bowl game? Oh man. My brain is rotting.
Oh, you know, my brain been gone.
My brain is rotting. So I'm gonna kind of cheat myself here. Kelvin Benjamin's touchdown catch in the 2013 BCS title game.
No, that was a good moment though. That was a solid moment.
I remember that one very, very vividly.
Because I wish I could say that Texas A&M and the LSU overtime was a bowl game, but it wasn't.
Bro, you talking about that 72-74 game?
I wish I could have said it.
Yeah, bro, I was thinking that one too. I was like, I would love for that. And then I couldn't remember LaMichael James in Oregon. And I couldn't remember if like one of those runs was in a bowl game or not.
Oh, there was one Alamo Bowl between TCU and Oregon. Because hold on, what year was that? It was the 2015 Alamo Bowl that won in the triple overtime where TCU won like 47-41.
That's a good one.
Now, one that I don't think either one of us are really going to remember because it's with two teams that neither one of us really cared about was the 01 GMAC Bowl.
Oh, God.
East Carolina, Marshall scoring 64 and 61 points.
Oh, wow.
It was the highest scoring bowl game in college football history. And this is after Marshall came back from 30 points down to force it into OT. Yeah. Dang. The 2001 GMAC Bowl, East Carolina 64-61. This is after Marshall came back from 30 points down to force overtime.
All right. And then I'll say number 5 bowl moment. And I'm trying to. You know what?
That's the one I was really thinking of. Oh, I forgot it. I was thinking, so can I change my last one?
Nope. It's solidified.
I mean, that's fine. I ain't gonna tell you what it is till after you say yours. All but right. I knew which one that I wanted to say.
I'm trying.
I just couldn't remember how, because I didn't particularly watch it. I couldn't remember how exciting the game actually was.
Trying to dig deep in this archive real quick. And because I can't, because my brain's having a fart, I'm going to pull from this one. This is the most recent one that's going to be on my list. And it's the most BS one that's on my list. Because this one threw a wrench. This one actually threw a wrench in the entire CFP this year. You ready?
To my Alabama. Oh, it's not a bowl game. It's a championship game. It's not a bowl.
You're right. I'm stupid. Told you my brain's gone. My brain's gone. What I got? Mighty keep going. Oh, I know what I want.
Oh, the first ever Pop-Tart Bowl.
The first ever. There you go. There it is. The first ever Pop-Tart Bowl. It has become the People's Championship Bowl. Those are the top 5 bowl moments. So there y'all have it. Y'all have it right there. Top 5 bowl moments based off Rice Box and Tornado McCray. Y'all let us know who won. Y'all see this list? Y'all let us know.
So you know what bowl I remembered?
What bowl?
Was the 03 Fiesta Bowl with Ohio State and Miami.
That's a good one. That is a good
And then
one.
the other one I was thinking of, you already got it up there, and that was the Kelvin Benjamin catch for the 14 BCS time.
Oh, yeah.
Florida State and Auburn.
Yeah.
I was also thinking of the Cam Newton championship too.
I thought of that one, but I couldn't think of any like major moments from that game.
That was my problem. I couldn't remember. I couldn't think of any like major moments that happened. So that's why I was like, yeah.
I couldn't think of any major moments from that game.
Then you have the 05 Orange Bowl.
Yep.
The last Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush bowl game.
Hold on. Let me make sure this is it. Okay. So the Jatavian Clowney one was January of 2013. But it's the same. It was the Outback Bowl.
Okay.
It was the Outback Bowl. But I remember that hit clear as day, boy.
Oh, everybody remembers that hit. That hit was crazy. Knocked that man out and still recovered it.
Right. I was like, I remember that hit clear as day in the 2013 Outback Bowl. So I know some of y'all gonna be like, it was the Outback Bowl. Okay, I got it. We got it right now. It was 13. But y'all let us know who y'all think got the better draft. Would you like to know what the pro version would have been, or would you like to do that one next week?
We'll do that one next week.
All right, I gotta save it. I think you're gonna like that one. See, this is why you can't have nice things.
This is exactly why I have nice things.
This is why you can't have nice things. But before we get into that, quick Tar Heel birthday.
The nice thing came with a nice stand.
It did. Quick Tar Heel birthday shout out to Daniel Anderson. I know.
Into let's buy that thing.
Happy birthday to Daniel Anderson today, man. And then I know Davian Goss, he has left us, but I'm still gonna give you a happy birthday, man, because you did great for us. And your birthday is tomorrow on the last day of the year. But now it is time for our favorite segment. Time for our Tar Heel takeaway of the week, man, because we've been here for a good amount of time and we're ready to get up out of here with this pod. So, is it me this week or is it you?
Yeah, you get it
me. All right, baby. Tar Heel takeaway of the week. First things first. All of you who are hating on Stranger Things season 5, y'all suck. And I genuinely think a lot of you are just on your welcome to Derry trend. Like, bro, oh my God. The amount of people who I've sat here and just seen y'all complain and whine and moan and just flat out just be a baby about what's going on in Stranger Things. And a lot of you are the same ones who were just like, hey, yo, welcome to Derry was in the nitty gritty. We was offing kids left and right. Guess what? Stranger Things. It ain't welcome to Derry. It ain't on HBO Max, bro. So you'll be all right. You'll be all right, bro. Stranger Things, yes. Is there some flaws in the show? Yeah, there's definitely some writing flaws and things like that. And honestly, the pacing feels like it's going to be a little bit rushed in tomorrow's final episode. I can guarantee you that if that's your critique. But if you're complaining like, oh, it's not gory enough, or oh, it doesn't feel like the stakes are high enough, or oh, why are we sitting here complaining and getting all these speeches about what's going on? You got to wrap up the show and make sure all the loose ends are taken care of. Jesus. So you're going to have monologue speeches, bro. It happens. It is what it is. Everybody's like, oh, well, what's happened in the 18 months? They just gave us a time skip and didn't really tell us what's going down. I get it. However, had Stranger Things just came out and they came out the very next year and put together just some BS because everybody's like, oh, it took them 3 years to give us this. Bro, had they came out and gave y'all a half product, y'all have been mad about that too. So I just feel like y'all just complaining to complain and just find the reason to complain. And also, I do want to say, because this is going to be the last podcast for 2025, one, I want to say thank y'all for accepting us and following us here on North Carolina Tar Heels Live podcast. Thank you to Mark and Chris and everybody at the team who hired us. Thank you for taking a chance on me. Thank you for taking a chance on my best friend here, giving us a platform to speak football, speak sports, and genuinely do what we do. It's been growth. It's been, honestly, a fun journey so far. We ain't growing as much as we want, but we're still growing, still doing our thing with y'all. Love everything. Hope 2026 is just more successful. And we'd love to get this channel monetized, thanks to y'all, by the end of next year if possible. We'd love to do that. Share this with your friends. Share this with your loved ones. Share this with everybody we know, man. Because without y'all, we ain't got this. So I do want to end 2025 by saying thank y'all and greatly appreciate all that y'all have done. So that is my last 2025 Tar Heel takeaway. And watch Stranger Things tomorrow. Damn.
You ain't gotta do that. Just let it be.
No.
Don't let it threaten y'all. It's okay.
Don't hate on it.
Just don't hate on it. Just let it be. Leave it alone. Leave Brittany alone.
Y'all thought Game of Thrones was the greatest thing ever, and y'all saw it.
So Tar Heel takeaway of the week. Get some sleep. Drink water. Take care of yourself. That's it. That's the message. Ain't no long explanation. That's it. Get some sleep. Drink water. Take care of yourself. And just like my co-host said, do want to thank y'all so much for the last year being here. It has been a fun ride. It has been great. And we're hoping to carry that kind of energy into 2026 And we hope y'all stick around for us. And just like I said, we're trying to have kind of podcast that even your grandmother will love. So share it with everybody. Share it with your peoples, even if they ain't really football fans. If they like basketball, we're gonna be talking about basketball coming up in January a little bit more. Sure that we're gonna be talking football still here with like recruiting and coaching hirings and all that stuff. We're gonna be here for that. But because basketball season gonna be around the corner, March Madness is coming up, we're gonna bring some of that to you too. We're gonna try to expand and bring you a little bit of everything. And so the fact that so far 251 of y'all have come in here to listen to us and enjoy our content, we appreciate y'all for real. And like I said, we hope to continue doing that on to the next year and the year after that. And we eventually want to get it to a point, just like you said, we wanted to get monetized at some point, and we can't do that without y'all. And even then, even like the small group that we got right now, like y'all are awesome. Like y'all really are. Because when we started this in April, started this in April.
April 1st. We started on
April 1st when we started this. When we took over this page, there was 100 people on this page when we got here. Since April, we have grown this page 151 people, which is, if you compare it to my personal channel, is amazing. But like, it is, like I said, it's been fun. It's been fun talking to y'all. It's been fun interacting with y'all. We're gonna continue to do that going into 2026. We're gonna keep bringing the energy that we got. We're gonna keep talking the smack that we got to talk, because this is what we love to do. So see y'all next week in 2026, and y'all stay safe out there. Drink water, get some sleep, and take care of yourself.
And watch Stranger Things tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Watch what you want to watch.
Listen,
don't let that man tell you what to do.
2 hours and 8 minutes. You will be fine. You will be able to still go out and enjoy your new year if that's what y'all plan on doing. I will be in my house drinking.
Did you say the premiere is 2 hours long?
It's the series finale. What you mean?
The series finale is 2 hours long.
Last year's the season 4 finale was longer. It was 2 hours and 23 minutes.
The fact that y'all have season finales that are 2 hours long is ridiculous.
What you mean?
Break it up into 2 episodes, make them an hour apiece, and let people live their lives.
No,
y'all are trying to hold people hostage for 2 hours.
No. Now I will say I'm not
do exactly. They're trying to do exactly what we just did and hold people hostage for 2 hours to change.
Now I will say this: I'm not going to the movies to watch it like some people are.
Ain't nobody going to. It's in the movies.
They've sold it out. Like there are select theaters where it is sold out. They are showing it in the movies. That's Netflix doing what Netflix do. I ain't even gonna cap. Like that's Netflix doing what Netflix gonna do. Like I was not on that train. They were like, "We gonna see it in the movies?" I said, "No, I've watched this show in my house. I'm gonna finish this show in my house."
Gosh, they running out.
But yeah,
running out.
For 2025, we out of here, y'all. Y'all be safe. Take care. There are crazies on the road. It's New Year's. It's New Year's, man. Please be safe. If you're going out drinking, get your DD, get your Uber, get your Lyft, get a taxi. If you're close enough, walk home. Do whatever you got to do.
Please get home safe.
Please get home safe.
Please get home
reiterate that enough, man. And for 2025, that's a wrap. We out of here.
And remember, share it with your friends, like, subscribe. Like I said, we're trying to be the kind of podcast that even your grandmother will love.
And in 2026, we're going to be right back here on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Unless he's got practice in a game. Then we'll
except for maybe 1 to 2 weeks, 2 days. We'll see.
Well, we out of here, y'all. Peace.
It'll be a 4 time. Peace.